Welcome to Creators Blueprint.
Welcome back to Creators Blueprint, where we talk about unnecessary stuff and design. I am Dennis, and I'm here joined by Oscar. How are you today, Mr. Oscar?
Doing good, Mr. Dennis. How are you today? How was your day? How was your week so far?
Oh my God, these are the questions I ask first.
Anyways,
But I've been great. Work is doing it's fine. Damn, I feel like I'm put in the spot. I'm the one that usually asks the questions first.
yeah.
And I think about my response after, like while you're talking. I just kind of like
Yeah, so that's how I feel every single time you ask me.
Oh shit. How's your week?
You know, everything is good. Work is not stressful. Obviously, that's always nice.
You're just
I don't know
like
what else. I don't know what else. Like,
what you do last weekend?
last weekend, what did I do? I don't recall. Oh, I watched so far. What is it called? Far From Home, the Spider-Man movie.
How'd you like it?
Cause you remember? I don't know if we talked about it, but I hadn't watched it, and you were recommending it, so I watched it. It was pretty cool. I expected more New York City scenes, cause at the time when they were recording in New York, I was working in New York,
Yeah.
so their trucks were actually stationed in front of where I worked.
Mhm.
And so I thought I was gonna see a lot of New York City scenes, but it was just like the last 3 minutes of the
Yeah,
movie.
they're only in New York City for
So
like
that was a little
3 minutes.
I was a little like, why is this all based in, where is it, Europe? Somewhere in Europe? Whatever. It's cool.
From 1 to 10, how much do you give the movie?
I would give it, I'll give it a,
Don't say the wrong number.
no, I'm gonna say a high 8.
A high 8?
High
Wow.
8. Yeah.
I really enjoyed the movie. I really like this iteration of Spider-Man. Compared to the Andrew Garfield one. Do you remember those? Came out
They're
2010.
mad long. They're long movies, right?
Yeah, it was more of like they were like a darker tone compared to this one. But I like how
They're
they
more New York based too.
yeah, all the Spider-Man movies are
Yeah.
New York based except for
I
this
don't know.
one.
Yeah.
But how do you feel about Spider-Man leaving? Okay, you're not a huge MCU fan
I
per
wouldn't-
se.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Like you know what's going on, but you don't. You're not like
Like, I don't know what they're eating for breakfast every
yeah.
day. Like
You don't
stuff
have
like
you don't
that.
have okay. So how do you feel that Sony might be taking back Spider-Man?
So I looked into this stuff a little bit more. It's pretty much like crazy. Like, so from what wait, your question, how do I feel?
Yeah.
I feel like it's ruining what they have building up this whole time. What they have been building up this whole time through their like Spider-Man movies. Because what I understood is that, okay, I'm not familiar with all the names, but the guy that comes to save him in Far From Home is a guy in a suit and everything. He has his own ship.
The bad guy. Oh, Nick Fury.
Yeah, Nick Fury, I guess, right? Like,
Yeah.
So according to this dispute that Sony is having, he won't be able to be in the next Spider-Man movie, right? Or would he?
Oh no. So yeah.
He wouldn't,
He
right?
wouldn't.
So like that whole and that was kind of the whole thing in this
Yeah.
last movie. Then with the yeah, that's about it. That's all we talk, because I don't know much about everything, but like from that aspect, like I think that was a lot of that was a good part of the movie that wrapped everything well together. And now when he's gone, then who's in love with Peter's like aunt now? You know, that's the storyline I want to follow, but like I can't. It's gonna be just a question tossed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so apparently what Sony's just trying to do, it's still under negotiations, but they're trying to like they're trying to use Tom Holland still as Spider-Man, but they can't mention anything that happened in the MCU, which is really stupid. And they want to like expand the Spider-Man universe and try to have Venom connect with Spider-Man, because Venom is not in the MCU, which is really stupid. Cause the Venom movie, you saw the Venom movie?
Actually, no, I didn't see it. I like. All right, from a person that doesn't follow it like that, I like how the Venom character looked. So I kind of like when I growing up, I always like favored that Venom character just off appearance
Yeah,
wise.
yeah,
I don't know
same.
why, but yeah, I heard a lot of bad reviews just quickly before you go in about that movie, so I really never bothered to look into it.
It was a very terrible movie.
Yeah.
It's like it's a you know those movies where like they have no story behind or motivation behind
Everything.
the like the what the bad guy is doing. Yeah, there it was.
It-
Like the Venom compared to like the MCU. I feel like the MCU is much more fleshed out because we know the characters, we know the motives. The character's been with us for like 10 years. So like when they bring like a new superhero, let's say when they brought Spider-Man, we already know like the origin story because they retold it like 2 times, 3 times, and then they just fleshed him out as a character. Like he's a teenage boy in New York City, and it gave us like ground view perspective of like how the world is with superheroes around and how kids react and how kids talk about superheroes and all that. And for like the Venom movie, it was like it was kind of like rushed how they how like
Try
there
to
was like
put it.
aliens that came and they're symbiotes and he got attached to this one guy and there's so many coincidences that happened within the movie.
It was just too quick. You're saying?
Yeah,
In one movie.
it was a quick, not fleshed out movie, and it was honestly like a very shitty movie that doesn't deserve to be the MCU, but like to have Spider-Man put into the Venom universe, it's just not it's not a good idea in my opinion. But that if that's what Sony's trying to do, and they think they could replicate the amount of revenue they made, partnered with Disney by themselves. I don't think that's gonna happen.
A lot of again, this is from someone that isn't like a total fan, like following every single detail. But what I would think is that the MCU universe fan base, they will probably let's say boycott a little bit by not going to see it or stuff like that. So that I don't think Sony is gonna do as good as they did with the Far From Home when they made like over $1 billion in revenue and stuff like that. So that's probably what's gonna happen, in my opinion.
So like apparently what's going on is that Disney would only get 5% of the opening weekend as the revenue, while Sony they paid for the movie, like completely like the whole all the budget was from Sony itself, and they would keep most of the revenue, but like all the creative direction was from Disney, from the MCU, from Marvel. And Disney wanted to split the revenue 50-50, and that's when it got I don't know if they're still negotiating. There's a lot of rumors saying that it's not, that it's finalized, that they're getting back Spider-Man, and it's very upsetting to see like one of the main characters for Marvel like leave again. It sucks.
So I guess that was our unnecessary topic.
I'm just getting started, bro.
Okay, so
Um.
what else?
Also, no, please. What
Okay,
else do
okay.
you want to talk about?
Should we talk about like I guess the smaller topics before we go into
Of course.
like which topic? You pick. You pick.
Oh,
know.
anywho, I could still go on to Disney. How they're releasing a new streaming service.
I know nothing about it.
You don't know nothing. So okay, so Disney is pulling back from all the shows that they have on Netflix, Hulu, and all that, and they're creating their own streaming service called Disney Plus, and they're putting all the like Marvel, Star Wars, ESPN, National Geographic, all the Pixar movies, everything into a streaming service, and it seems like they're gonna be like a major competition to Netflix, and they have like multiple shows lined up and movies ready to release when the service goes on. And instead, you know how Netflix, when they release a show, they release a season by season.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a weekly based shows, and they have like a lot of MCU shows going onto Disney Plus, such as WandaVision, She-Hulk, Winter Soldier, and the Falcon. Like a whole bunch. They'll also tie into the MCU. They have the Lady and the Tramp movie. Do you remember that movie with the two dogs that kiss with the
Yeah,
spaghetti?
Yeah.
They made a live action to that, and they have like
That's lined up coming out.
yeah,
And it's it's premiering on the stream too.
yeah, it's premiering on the stream.
That's crazy.
They also have their first. They're bringing back like a Star Wars like animated show, but then again, they're coming with a live action Star Wars show, which it looks very it looks like there was a lot of budget that went inside that show. Like the graphics look good. The graphics to everything that they showed so far looked like something that's out of a movie, high budgeted.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually kind of excited to see like where these streaming wars are gonna head towards.
I think it's a big knock to Netflix then, because then that means they're pulling out a lot of their content and putting it into Disney. It's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna attack like the young fan base first, all the younger kids. Like imagine they have all of the shows that we used to watch as a. I mean, I don't know if you go back and watch these shows, but like imagine just having all of them there at your disposal to rewatch. And on top of that, Daredevil, like not Daredevil, what was that? Oh, Daredevil. That's one of the superhero shows on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Would that be pulled off?
That's already been pulled off. It's been canceled because it was owned by Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we don't know if it's coming back and gonna like be renewed for another season in Disney Plus, but as of now, it's just canceled.
There was one called the one with the karate guy. Was he like a karate guy? What was it called? Punisher? No.
Oh yeah, so it's like Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones,
Iron Fist.
The Punisher. All those shows were canceled because they were owned by Disney.
So that's gonna go. Essentially, that would go on the Disney streaming service.
Yeah, to watch it, but like as of now, there's no call onto what's gonna happen with them.
It's big moves, especially if they get some of like the big shows that are already like, I don't know what's a big show that keeps coming out. That's like consistently like has a new season coming out next year, for example.
Stranger Things.
Okay, Stranger Things,
yeah.
but that's Netflix.
Yeah, that's Netflix.
But like if they're able to put out products like that, it could be over.
Disney owns every. Disney acquired how much? I don't want to say the wrong number, but it's like 25% or 35. Let me check it out.
Of what?
Of Hulu, and they have all the creative rights to Hulu. So Hulu is a U.S.-based subscription video on-demand service. It owns 33%. It's a stake. Disney is a stakeholder to Hulu for 33%, and they have all the creative rights to Hulu, which is kind of wild.
So okay, like you said, I kind of looked into it. Disney is partnered with Hulu and ESPN Plus. And it's saying here that when Disney Plus launches in the US, it'll offer a triple service bundle for $13 a month.
Yes, sir.
Triple.
And also, I believe it also has National Geographic, so you could see those Earth documentaries.
I don't see anything pertaining to that, but expect this November 12th in the U.S., Canada, and Netherlands, and then it will launch a week later on November 19th for people in Australia and New Zealand. Yeah, that's about it, man. On this.
That's crazy though. Disney owns everything except for fucking Spider-Man.
I guarantee you a lot of people, you're going to have a lot of people signing up.
I mean,
just the fact you could see older like Disney movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be nice. Competition is always good for the market.
But Disney's going to become a monopoly.
It's always been a monopoly.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But, shit, I was going to say something.
I'm sorry. I
You fucked me up. No.
Pause.
No, I was going to say you fucked me up, but I stopped that.
Right.
Anywho, damn, I was really going to say something about Disney Plus. Yeah, I think I would just sign up for Disney Plus because they're going to have like 6 Marvel shows that are going to
come out.
And, I love the MCU. Therefore, I want to know what's going on when I go see the movies. And these shows are going to be directly tied into into the movies that are going to be coming out.
Yo, who's okay? Go ahead. Sorry.
Because like the Daredevil, the ones that were on Netflix, they were in the same universe, but they were never on the movies. Like they mentioned Thor, Iron Man, and all that, but it wasn't directly tied to it. Therefore, you really could have gone without watching it, but apparently like these you need to watch because they're just gonna be going in and out of the movies. Wild.
Damn. Buy that Disney stock.
I think it's already too late to buy Disney stock.
It's always of course. Oh. And anyways,
but do you have anything else to add to
that topic? For $13 a month, yeah, that's it. That's all for that topic.
And all started with a fucking mouse. Fucking Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
And then man just built a theme park and just started buying companies.
He bought land first. He owned like all of that land in Florida.
That's wild though. Like to think that like an animation studio just owns like every single broadcasting company that's already out there. It owns Fox. You know what mind blew me when I saw the Disney Plus commercial and you saw The Simpsons on it. That was wild. I would have never thought that Disney would own The Simpsons, but they do. Right. And I think, yeah, that's all I have to say about Disney Plus. So, what do we have on the schedule today, Oscar?
On the agenda, we have I don't know if you heard of Adidas signing Ninja, Fortnite legend.
Who's Ninja and who's Fortnite?
Oh, Ninja is only like the biggest. At least used to be the biggest streamer initially in Twitch for Fortnite. He streamed a bunch of other stuff.
What's Fortnite?
Okay, come on. Everyone knows what this is. So yeah, basically, yeah, I think this is Adidas's first solo gamer signee. They've signed other teams, like gaming teams, to a deal, but this is the first time they signed a solo gamer. This is something big for Ninja, and Ninja is saying that this is something big overall for the gaming community because I guess now he's looked at as like an athlete. You know what I mean? I'm doing that with quotes, but
oh my god,
what?
Gamers are not athletes.
But now it's like he's opening the door and he's creating it because now he's under a sports brand. Adidas is like a sports brand, so now he's assigned under them, which already like he's signed to like at least when most times you're a gamer and everything, you're signed to a team, and then you become their pro player, and then you go on to play games, and then you looked at as an athlete. He was actually also on the cover of
Sports Illustrated.
It is Sports Illustrated?
No way.
No. I have to look it up. Just to be sure. But
that'd be crazy if Ninja was part of Sports Illustrated. I don't think gamers should be considered quote unquote athletes.
Why?
Because it's nothing athletic about gaming. You literally just sit on a chair and just move your fingers around. Yeah, granted, some people are faster in moving fingers than others, but at the end of the day, gaming is not being athletic. Being athletic is doing exercising, competitive sports.
Okay. And I get what you mean, like verb. Go do something.
Do something. Go outside, take a ball, throw a ball, do push-ups, be athletic.
Okay. It makes sense, but I found what cover he was on.
But like, I don't know what Adidas is gonna design.
Wait up.
Bro. Okay.
All right. So, the first time he was like put on a platform where he was seen as something, like I guess the word athlete came about is he was on the cover of ESPN's magazine. So that's big time, and they titled it "The Legend of Ninja, Biggest Gamer in the World." That was the magazine cover, and I guess he had like an excerpt inside of there. But going back to his deal with Adidas, yeah, I don't know what else is to say on this. Let me see.
It would be crazy. No, like I feel like Adidas is a sports company, but at this point, if they're gonna be promoting gamers, it's more towards a lifestyle. They're changing their gear from athletic lifestyle to gaming lifestyle, but I still don't understand what they're gonna. I mean, then again, Adidas did partner up with Dragon Ball Z. It came out with
But that's a
various shoes.
collaboration. That's like a collab project for a shoe. And then they've done. I mean, there's companies like Nike that have done that for Kyrie and the SpongeBob. They did like Patrick, what's it called, Sandy, and then Squidward. They did versions of, I guess, how they look, and they applied their colors to like Kyrie's shoes and stuff like that. So it happens. That's collaborations. That's easy to do. There, even Game of Thrones did something with Adidas boots.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. With the families, like there was a shoe that was the Lannister and then the Targaryen. It was pretty dope.
So like that's that. But Ninja signed. That's like, so they were saying when I was reading, it's equivalent to like Kanye. What Kanye has with Adidas, something like that. So he's gonna have he's like gonna be like
a
partnered
sub-brand?
with Adidas. Yeah, it's crazy, right?
This is so stupid. Like I understand Kanye West because he has a creative bone and he talked. He went on on a year and a half long rampage talking about how he wants to be a fashion designer. And he actually did it. He became a good fashion. I mean, he came out with like good clothes.
Okay.
Very expensive clothes. But like
Okay.
Ninja I feel like Ninja he doesn't come out like that. He doesn't come out as a creative.
So this is where we got to put the business bag into sense. So Adidas can be treating him as like more than what he's perceived to be. Let's say, okay, he's just a gamer. He just is on Twitch and everything like that. But he also has a huge fan base, and that equals what?
Money.
And
everything is about money.
So in reality, like it could be fine for him to get a deal similar to what, let's say, Kanye has. Although Kanye is he has way bigger influence over like the culture and having everyone flock for his shoes. I'm sure Ninja can do the same thing when they come out with their shoe. I'm guaranteeing you, like, there's gonna be like a bunch of little kids like going out there to buy the signature shoe that Adidas has with Ninja, because it's not gonna be like a one-time collab. It's gonna be like a Ninja 1s, Ninja 2s, something like that. I'm
collections
guessing.
on top of collections.
A collection.
I mean, good for Ninja. Congrats to him, but I don't. Well, like, I mean, it will bring money, but it's basically, I don't see it as a collaboration. I see it more like, let me just borrow your name and we're just gonna design our stuff.
Okay, so
design your stuff.
You don't know anything about Ninja, do you? In a sense,
He's a gamer that plays Fortnite.
Most recently, okay, so you don't. Okay,
and no, I know he used to play like a bunch of Halo back in the day.
Okay, no, so
he
you don't know what happened recently. Most recently, Ninja, he used to be one of the biggest people for Twitch. That's a streaming service, right? He used to be on there, and like obviously there he has people watching him, and he would have on average like 50K to like 70K ish at a time watching him, right? I guess like he wasn't agreeing with what Twitch was doing, and so he got approached by this other streaming service called Mixer. Reportedly, Mixer offered him like over $100 million to sign with them. So he left Twitch, a power move, which he left where he made his whole career. He left that for Mixer. I guess I've never heard of them, but I guess it's a streaming service.
$100 million
for a reported total of over $100 million.
Wow, that's crazy.
So like that's a power move. If someone's willing to invest $100 million into him and more, actually, Adidas is more than willing to do the same. And it's just easy, easy math. All right, so put some respect on Ninja's name. Anyways,
that's no. I still can't. No, I could wrap my head around it like business wise, but like for you to call it a collaboration, I don't see it like that. Cause like collaboration is like, let me work with you instead of like you.
Okay, just like every other person, like okay. There are people out there that love shoes, and if they wanted to, they could design their own shoes. But can they sketch it? No. Can they tell you what they like about a shoe and tell you to add it to the sketch that you're doing? Yes. So that's what Ninja can do. He could influence the look of whatever shoe he wants, and that becomes his shoe. And so it works out that way. Not everyone could be a designer like Kanye West or like Alexander Wang. Like everyone is different. And so in that sense, Ninja's gonna be there to consult whoever design team he has under him at Adidas to do his design.
How do you feel if Ninja's consulting you?
That's just how it is. Like you're given a brief usually for anything you're doing.
Yeah.
So he'll just be doing the same thing. It's just facts, bro. Anyways.
I mean,
Okay.
like, it's just, I don't see it as a collaboration though. They're just using his name for to get more money for
business.
sales.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But for Ninja to design,
Influence.
so what's the next topic, Mr. Oscar?
All right. Next is New Balance is suing Nautica for imitating its N logo. So New Balance has the traditional N logo that they put on all their shoes, right?
The thick blocky one?
Yeah. It's not even that. It's not
The thin
thick.
blocky
The
one?
thin blocky one. Yeah. And Nautica apparently used that same N logo on their like apparel. And so New Balance is suing them over that. Now the whole story is that Nautica has Lil Yachty promoting, I guess, their clothing because he signed under Nautica, right?
Yes.
And New Balance is saying that Lil Yachty is he always wears New Balance, so they're saying like he is a guy that uses our clothing, and basically
He's representing another company. He's representing New Balance while wearing Nautica, or like it's being interpreted that way.
So so what they're saying is they're claiming that the apparel brand has specifically targeted a variety of influencer markets by orchestrating collaborations alongside well-known New Balance supporters such as Lil Yachty. Now Lil Yachty, like I said, is signed under Nautica, so that's where that, I mean, that what's it called, relationship is where they tie that relationship. When we see it, and like I'll put it up on the screen, it doesn't look the same. I think New Balance is just reaching. And it's just typical stuff, when you got that money to just hit someone with a court case, maybe they're not doing good in a certain category and they're just like, maybe they're stealing our business.
That's crazy.
Why not? Yeah.
They patent a letter. A letter.
Yeah, so like New Balance is claiming Nautica is infringing upon a design patent they hold on the logo. It's just an N. I don't know if they made that from scratch.
No,
but
they're definitely reaching. Cause yeah, like you could see it from both ways. That no, you can't. They're reaching. They're reaching. It makes no sense. They're hurt over the letter N. Do you think they could patent the letter N?
I mean, yeah, that the wars between brands is a never-ending thing. So
one time I was
Yeah.
designing a certain object that had a soft good. It was a bag, and I put two stripes on each side of this bag, and it was like a pretty solid design, but I was asked to change because these two stripes on each side. It wasn't even two stripes. It was like a reach. I think it was one stripe. But at the end of the day, I was asked to change the design because Adidas would come back and would say like, hey, you're using stripes. That I feel like that's a reach because
So wait, okay.
I feel like you should be able to use as many stripes as you want, except for like the 3 stripes. Like you can use 1 stripe, 2 stripes, 5 stripes, 7 stripes. But like, I found it ridiculous that like Adidas would come back to those designs with stripes and basically sue you for it.
Yeah, so I don't know if you're familiar, but with this stuff, I mean, Adidas is always known for that. Stripes are so easy. That's an easy thing to put in your design, like a line, any lines, right? And that
Yeah,
could be
it's
misinterpreted as Adidas. Okay, so Adidas has, I guess, patented the 3 stripes, and then K Swiss.
hmm
I think they patented the 5 stripes.
Jeez, man.
Okay,
Lines. These
yeah,
are lines.
just lines. Well, the whole thing with Adidas and that stuff is that Adidas at one time sued Payless. Now Payless used to like knock. If you look at this stuff, like Payless used to knock off Adidas like 1-for-1 type shit, even using like the same amount of stripes and everything. Like Adidas has like a shell toe shoe, and Payless knocked it exactly off. So then Adidas sued Payless, and guess how much they sued them for, or how much they won out of the lawsuit. Just give me a rough estimate of what you think.
200 million.
Nope.
More?
Yep.
700 million?
Nah, too much. Man.
Okay, 450.
No, 305.
Oh.
$305 million they had to retract from Payless, and that's probably what led to them losing a lot of business and having a bunch of other companies, be a little bit more careful with what they're designing, because you don't want, and no company wants a lawsuit. You know what I mean?
Imagine being that designer.
Yeah, bro. I was talking about that today at work. Like, I was telling my friend, my coworker, I was like, hey, like imagine how easy it is to design an Adidas. You know what I mean? Like, you could do stripes and you won't get you don't get the, I guess, the saying that people always go, oh, these are 3 stripes, or this kind can look at 3 stripes. Like, you will never ever have that, because that would be good. Oh, these are 3 stripes. Oh, that's cool. It's like subliminal branding. But for everyone else, that's like in every
If
other.
you do 1 line or 2 lines, they're like,
like,
too close to Adidas.
Or like
you have to redo the design.
Okay. Another thing that I would like to touch on this is that I didn't know that even you guys in, I guess,
In soft goods.
goods industry are looking out for that. I didn't know that, because I actually brought up the question about how are 3 stripes. I mean, how effective is that in other categories of design? So, for example, I don't know if you know the Mustang.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at their rear lights, they have 3 lights on each side.
Yeah.
And it's literally just the 3 lights on each side, glowing when it's like braking.
Mm-hmm.
That could be seen as 3 stripes. So I don't know if Adidas attacks people in the car industry too. Is it like, can they sue that, or is it different? Because it's like not apparel or footwear or something someone could have on them. You know what I mean?
I believe that Adidas could attack the soft goods industry where I'm working in, because they do similar products, and the company, the brand that I worked for. Oh shit! I don't think they could sue.
Okay, but you see what industry. I mean? Like,
yeah. But like, the thing is, the company I work for has multiple brands, and these brands are lifestyle brands like Adidas.
Mm-hmm.
And you could say in a way they're competition to Adidas, not they're in a smaller scale, but they are well-known brands.
Mm-hmm.
And I do understand if we design some. I don't understand, but I do understand. I don't understand because like having 1 stripe or 2 stripes is not, having stripes in general is not reaching.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Adidas is reaching, like, even though if you have like how many ever stripes and they sue you. But I do understand because Adidas, I don't know, I really don't understand. They literally just trademarked 3 lines. They trademarked 3 lines and they're calling it theirs.
And I mean, they have been doing that for a long time.
And me using 1 line or 2 lines, 4 lines, I have to change the design. You know what?
But like this is something like these type of companies like Adidas, Nike, like big dogs or like Skechers, like they all have lawyers working around the clock,
Yeah.
just looking for things like this, you know, um, and that's it basically.
Well, let me like. I feel like I'm not clear on what I do understand and don't understand. Like me doing two lines on each side is a reach for Adidas to sue the company that I'm working for, or like the brand I'm working for.
It's just they don't want the risk. I think they just don't want the, oh hey, this is a notice coming from Adidas saying this and that, because there's a lot of um like there's a lot of process that goes in between getting a design done, you know what I mean? Your design is finished, and then you have it like shown to people, then you have it shown to buyers, then you have it made, and then you don't want to go all the way to that point and then get sued, because
Yeah.
it's just a waste of money the whole time.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for people to be like, two stripes, you know, it's too many stripes. Make it triangles or something, or make it another shape. Don't make it a line, you know? So it makes sense in a way, but it's very annoying. So Adidas gotta fix that stuff up, you know?
Kind of baffles me that Nautica, I mean New Balance, patent an N, the letter N, and Adidas patent three stripes. That's all I'm saying. They're reaching, but yeah. I guess that's it for branding. What else do we have on the? Oh, I also want to talk about I'm working on the intro music. Um,
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I don't know what direction I should take the intro music because I freaking hate the intro music we have. I feel like it's like. It's so. It's
You don't
like.
have a preview?
Well, no, all right. So the one I was working on yesterday, I don't have a preview, but like one that I did work on days prior, I do have it on my phone. I could probably show a little preview,
So
but I'm not sure if it should be it. I feel like it's too slow. Uh, this song I sampled actually two different songs from I forgot his name, but he's my a kid I knew in high school's dad. His dad, he used to be like a house producer beat, and he was apparently famous in the 70s and 80s. So I took two of his songs. Like one of my boys is a rapper, and he used to work with him, and then he showed me his music. So I got two of his songs, and then just like blended them together and added a beat and did all that. And let me find the beat. All right, it's right here.
Just play it. I don't think you gotta be too close to the mic, but
Yeah. All right. It's this is a world premiere. How do you feel about this one? Like the beat is so fire,
keep in
but
mind,
I don't think it's like intro worthy.
I feel like it's smooth, and it's gonna be a good fade out music. I feel too. I feel like it's not bad, and it's gonna be only 10 seconds. Just think about it. It's not gonna be that much. Then boom, it'll be perfect. All right, that's enough. That's enough on that.
But I sort of want to take the intro song to the direction of the Euphoria commercial song. You know the show Euphoria?
No.
Well, Drake, I think produces that show or is like a investor in that show or whatever. Well, it's something that has to do with Drake. And and like as soon as I heard the commercial, that song was like something I really wanted on the. Well, I wanted the song as like the intro. I'm trying to not recreate, but I'm trying to have something similar to that because it just hits hard on the beat.
All right. So well, that will be coming in the near future, but it's in the process.
It's something similar to this, like the beat drop. It's just fire. It just gets you like amped up. Wait, hold
I
on.
feel like
hold
it's just as slow as what you just played.
No, this is not as slow. Right here. Something like this.
Alright, that's it. That's it. We're gonna get a copyright issue.
So yeah, I want to do something similar to those lines, and I don't know. I guess I gotta just keep on creating stuff, but yes, I am working on the new intro because I freaking hate the intro we have, and hopefully I would have an intro by the time this comes out. So when you're listening to this with a new intro, hopefully it's a new intro and you'll be glad
Yep.
to hear it. But yeah. I just don't like our intro right now. And I created it.
So which one? This one or just skip this?
You want to do art versus design?
Yeah, let's skip it. Yeah. So go ahead.
So art versus design. You know, from an outer perspective, when I see a bunch of salespeople, businessmen, people that are not in the design world or art world or whatever, they usually blend art and design, like some abstract creating, painting, sculpting, and all that, which gets very annoying because when you get into that world, there's a huge difference between art and design. Like art has like foundations, painting, sculpting. I'm pretty sure like from our point of view, looking into the art world, it's very blended, like how people look into the art and design world. But like yeah, like painting, sculpting, live drawing, all those are very related to, you know, what we do. Product design, sketching, like 3D products, CADing, and all that.
I feel like it's like everything is an origin from art, you know? I feel like it all started with someone drawing or being like,
But that's what it only has in common.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. But that's what I'm saying. It like starts there and then it branches out
Yeah.
into other things.
But it branches out so drastically. I feel like we're more towards the engineering, like more towards engineering than, you know, drawing naked people on pedestals.
Yeah, it's totally different stuff. One is made for I don't know. What would you say then? Like one is made for people to just embrace what's it called? What's the word where it's like it's just
Express?
for no, yeah, but like for the viewer. It's made for them
To
to observe and then like digest something like that. Like it's something in that realm. But when design is different because it's something you use. It's not just something you can appreciate. That's what I'm trying to say. So art is something you appreciate when something that's designed is usually something that has function to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the thing is in art school they blend both into it together, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
And I feel like it was such a it wasn't a waste of money, but money, like I did learn certain aspects like color theory. When we had color theory, that was a very great class because it taught me about Pantones, how to mix color, what goes where.
I did.
We were in the same class, bro.
Bro.
But I feel like that was the only class. But like drawing naked people on the pedestals, that was
Unnecessary for us.
very unnecessary. I felt like I went into the class knowing more than when I came out, because when I first went inside the class, like I felt like we were decent. We like it just came, no, for at least for me, it came natural, like drawing people, all that. And then she taught us all these techniques, and we implemented those techniques. And I came out like drawing worse because I overthought it instead of just like doing it naturally.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
But
It's like you're saying, it's kind of necessary for designers to have that class, right? Overall, it was just used for you to just
I mean, like,
For
the
what?
color theory was necessary. The painting class, I don't feel like it was necessary.
So I mean, at ours at least, at our school, when we went to school, we studied design, industrial design, but we were put into this curriculum where we had to take all the art classes that essentially whoever was studying like sculpture, painting, what other thing was there? Ceramics, jewelry,
had,
maybe jewelry. I don't know.
Jewelry was pretty dope.
But like if you're under that boat of art, so then you have to go through these painting classes where you had to like buy, it's called gouache, and then you had to paint.
And get buy the acrylic paints,
Like
and then
literally,
watercolor
we were painting.
paints.
We were painting.
We had like 4 painting classes, bro.
4 full painting classes. There was probably like an intro, then another one, then like 4. And when we could have been taking like, let's say, rendering classes for like getting better at rendering in Illustrator, or Sketchbook Pro classes, then we
It would
had
have been so much better.
we also had to take art philosophy classes.
Like it would have been so much better if we had like keyshot classes, but we taught keyshot ourselves. Because Keyshot we didn't even know about Keyshot until...
We weren't even given the option.
We weren't even given Keyshot.
We were told to render off SolidWorks because they have a 360 view.
Yeah.
I never touched that, actually.
I touched... I was the only one using it.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to get Keyshot from a friend, and then from there it spread to people that just got it.
Yeah, I wish we had a class where...
That's crazy.
Right?
You rendered the Movado project.
All through SolidWorks.
That's crazy. Oh my god. Ours looked way different than yours.
Yours looked realistic. My shit looked like fucking solid colors.
Oh my god. That's
and
crazy.
and then the director was saying Keyshot is some bullshit. It's ass. Like SolidWorks is so much better than Keyshot. But that's not true. It's all anywho.
And I guarantee you everyone now there is using Keyshot.
100%.
100%. If they're still using SolidWorks, they're not out there looking at what other people are doing.
But it would have been better to have a Keyshot class that taught us about the environment, like the light, how to customize your own lighting.
Mm-hmm. Animation. You can do animation on Keyshot.
Yeah, animation, doing exploded view animations.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much stuff that you could do on that program that I wish we learned in college that I learned while I was working.
That would be key to know already before when you're graduating. Yeah.
But yeah, I felt like all those art classes took a whole bunch. It would have been nice to have like a soft goods class, at least to like an intro to learn learn about footwear or like book bags or something like that. Like to dip in to like give the students some options, because as a designer you're gonna be curious to see like how is it to design this, how is it to design that.
Everything is there's a base, but like for most part it's different process.
Like it branches off. Like it would have been cool to have like a soft goods class, but nobody wants to have like 3-4 painting classes. Industrial designers don't want to have 3-4 painting classes.
Yeah, it's a class that we took and we had to take because we needed the credits. And at the end of the day, what happened to those paintings? Nothing.
I threw them out. All of them.
So like, you know what I mean? So about the art okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say it would have been cool if we learned Rhino in school.
Right.
Have understanding of both SolidWorks and Rhino, and depending where you want to go, the designer gets to pick which one they want to do stick.
It's just so much.
Oh my god! Don't get me started with the art history classes. The art history class. Like there was a lot of interesting stuff in art history, but
that was very sleepy class.
Like
it was good for making you go to sleep.
Like a professor putting the projector on, turning off the lights, and she's talking about paintings for 3 freaking hours.
She would just have a slideshow of images. She would put up an image,
click.
A full image. The projector literally projected just an image, and she would talk about the origin, where it's from, what the guy did, what shop he worked at, where he liked to eat, like, and then we knew, and then when it came down to the test, we had to like say, okay, and the test was very, for at least for our history when we took it, it was very like, all right, she'll put the same process. She'll put the picture up and then she'll be like, all right, basically repeat the whole thing. So, what did what was a person that she would talk about?
Like it would be I even forgot. That's how useless it was.
Okay,
like,
but let's just
Monet. Put Monet.
So okay, Monet. What time did she wake up in the morning?
It's a guy.
Okay, what time did he wake up in the morning? You know what I mean? What did he have for breakfast? How many sugar did he put in his coffee? Like, oh no, okay, it wasn't like that type of questions, but it was just questions like where was he born? Like, what type of art was it? Right? Mm-hmm. New class.
What kind of paint they use? What era were they from? Where were they from?
What medium, like they said.
What type of canvas? It was just so annoying and useless to me, and it took away from like the time. Oh my god! It took away so much time from our classes.
Because like we would have to put time into studying. Yeah, that was a bad time. So yeah, art versus design. Art doesn't relate.
Does not relate
at all to design.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like the blend, like the only thing art and design have in common is paper, and we're gonna go away from paper.
And we're going away from paper. Yeah. That's it.
Like I could see like you could. There should be, instead of having art history, there should be like more of like architectural history. That would have been more interesting, like the industrial design history class that we have. It taught us about like products that were like the porcelain and like theater ram stuff and all that was more interesting. But like paintings, like come on, paintings, that's not really gonna influence me in any way.
That was that.
And you know how many times we went to the freaking museum? We went to the MoMA like 17 times throughout college. Oh my god. But we should get off this rant. We're right now with 54 minutes. Yeah. Do you want to cut it off?
We're not gonna talk about the posts. We have to.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah, we have to talk about the posts.
Gotta give the people what they want.
Just how many posts are there?
I don't know. So yeah.
I forgot which one we talked about.
How many?
I think it's the.
We didn't use that many posts.
By Miguel Uribari. Uribari, I think. Let me see.
Well, I just see that.
Yeah, that owner of MSU Design Studio. Oh, he goes to MSU?
He does.
MUS. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, got confused there.
So why I picked it?
Yeah, just talk about it real quick.
Well, I picked it because I like the renderings to it. Mm-hmm. I feel like he executed the lighting that I wish I learned in school, but I didn't get to because I was too busy doing art history classes. But yeah, I feel like he executed the rendering very well. Yeah. With the light and the fans, and yeah, I do like the indent cut from the back of the fan. I'm talking about a fan, by the way. I'm too tired, man. Yeah, I just like the renderings of it. I just picked it because of how photorealistic it looks with the environment.
Okay.
And I also like to show sketches from what they started, the process of it.
True.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's a little bit of ideation sketches.
Beautiful,
But
man.
To check out these posts, go to Creator's Blueprint, where we have a bunch of posts that we repost.
Anyways, my pick for that last week was by Edwin's.
Just a little gnat.
All right, so my pick was from Edwin Singer. He is from, I think, I don't know. I think UK. But what it was that I selected was his concept of the Land Rover backpacker. So it was a minimalistic travel vehicle that he designed for travelers. And why I picked it is because, like you said, he goes very thorough through like his inspiration and to his sketching, and then there's a lot of points that he adds to this vehicle that makes it key for going on a adventure and stuff like that. So like the car, for example, is lightweight, is minimalistic, like I said. It folds out into a sleeping bed inside of it. In the back, it carries the essential needs, like if you need cooking stuff, like he has a spot for that. And overall, it has like a futuristic type look to it. And also it has a model. Overall, he has all the fundamentals about going thorough with your project from start to finish, and that's what I liked. So go check out his stuff at edwin.singer. That's it on Instagram. And also you could just check it out on our page.
Yeah, I like his sketches a lot.
Yeah, he's a talented dude.
He executed. He actually.
And the model. You saw that?
Do you think that's Photoshop or
what
some type of the
sketches?
Fourth page. The fourth page of the frontal view.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's like a 3D program?
No.
Because that looks very.
No, it's just the way he rendered it.
It was a very nice rendering.
I could bank on it not being. No,
I mean,
no,
not
no.
Keyshot.
I think it's just like
Illustrator and Photoshop.
It could be Illustrator and Photoshop. Yep.
Dope.
Cool. Next.
And the final one, it's
Oh, you post one?
some it's a Xbox controller, but it is redesigned to make it more pleasant and informative to the user. So instead of the Xbox controller having one main body, he separated the controller in half, sort of like how the Switch is. So you hold it in both hands and you play it like that. So he used that approach to like separating the control while having and sticking to the design language of the Xbox, and I feel like he executed it very well. Also I wish we could see some sketches from why Sook. That's
Literally, that's his name?
crap. Why Sook. So his name is Young Siak Go, but I have eye candy when I look at renderings. So the first things I noticed was I noticed is like the realistic views, but I would like to see the process of how they got there. And I did try to go to like his Behance and look for
anything?
it, and I couldn't find anything.
All right.
Sadly.
All right, and that's about it, right?
All right. Yeah, we've been in here for an hour.
All right,
it's crazy.
It's over, and we had like some other topics that we didn't talk about.
Yeah.
But we'll just put that into the next episode because this one's already long.
So
Wrap it.
So
Just wrap it.
follow us on Instagram at Creators Blueprint. Listen to us on iTunes, Spotify. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Please, we're begging you.
Yeah.
There's a new episode every Tuesday, and follow us on Instagram.
Again,
Designed by Dennis and Oscar Lima.design.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. Take care, stay golden, know the drugs.
Peace.
So,
oh wait, fuck.
What?
I timed it wrong when I said peace.
Want to do it again?
All right.
Peace.